Well, at least for the month of May, I'm going to try to write more or less on here. A few things will be different. One, I'm not going to advertise in channels that this is going on. This is mostly just me um, practicing unto the void. And people who have subscribed for previous edits can pop in and so forth. But I don't give out points. I'm not going to respond a lot to the chat. I guess I can pull it up if I need to, but check out the new Lucha mask. Just came from Mexico. Yeah. Um, it's great quality too. They use the right kind of spandex and everything. I hate like wrestling in a mask that is too plasticky or too hot or whatever. I fight as a Spanto. Now, anyhow, get these out of the way. Uh, so this is, as you can see, we completed an edit yesterday. So I am deep into the post-coitus, post-story depression. I don't know why that always happens, but after I finish a book, I'm just like, my life sucks for a bit, and I'll go out and buy something I don't need, or usually just get drunk for about a week straight. But I'm not allowed to do that this month because we are in Let's Be Gay May. So yeah, I'm just gonna try to pick it up, work through it. I did a lot of walking, going around yesterday and so forth. And this morning is very. Oh, I'm dying. The lucky thing is I don't have to read each line aloud as I'm doing this. Let me see. It looks like we're live. We're live enough for me anyway. Um, yeah. So I'm not going to be reading out every line aloud. Basically, this is just a accountability measure for me, so that I can, if I'm on stream, I have to try, right? And if I'm not on stream, usually I'll just dick around for like 40 minutes, get like a page or two done, and then be like, okay, time to play video games. And that is not the way to finish a novel that I've been cranking away at for like 2 years. So this story is Rapasaurus. All right, we're going to say goodbye to this edit list. Really amazing here. As I'm gandering upon it, it seems to me, let's see, that we had 72 edits over the course of 8 days. Most of these from Bradius, many from Milkness, Choose Knowledge. Every one of those is just something that I couldn't find on my own, or that they were faster to find than me. So big shout outs to those people for doing that. Oh, Lord. What are all. I don't need so many of these things. There we go. Pure white. Empty. Like me. All right, so this is Rapasaurus. I'm not going to talk too much after this point, but just be aware that I am at page 552 of 929 on my rewrite. The rewrite began at 800 pages, so I guess we've added like 130 pages of content here. Probably about 30 of it is still chaff that will wind up getting deleted at some point. I think that we did an edit of all the way up to the end of book one, and then I just stopped because I was like, this is not good enough. We need a rewrite. The main things that I'm focusing on in this rewrite are I'm trying to change up the plot a little bit, make things flow like a little bit faster. Even as I'm adding more time, I'm trying to add more emotional resonance, just trying to make it more of like a novel where there are things to like sit down and think about, where there are characters that make interesting decisions. It's very difficult to write a dungeon crawler, which this is just a straight dungeon crawler. There are not many of them in science fiction. I think I can count on one hand the number of ones that I know that are good. Foremost among them would be like old throwbacks, like some of the Conan stuff. Some like Death Trap Dungeon is the book where I got interested in it. I was reading that book when I was like 7 or 8. I thought it was amazing. Then what else have we got there? What was good that I read? I just read Below recently, which I would give like a conservative 70%, right? Like guy had a really, really good setup, but the shit just fell to pieces. He didn't know how to write in a dungeon. And maybe I don't either. So the critical things that make it difficult there is that one of the key things about a dungeon is that characters are lost, right? And one of the key things that makes a plot garbage is if the reader thinks that people don't know where you're going. right? Like readers do not like ambiguity of what's happening. They don't like characters who are aimless, directionless, because in their own lives, everybody is aimless and directionless. Man, I really am depressed. But in their own lives, people have so much ambiguity and so forth. And part of what makes books a good diversion is that they have a plot. They move forward. Things happen for a reason. You just don't just die for no reason, or get stricken down by cancer or transgenderized by mind rays from space Jews. That doesn't happen as far as I know, but it could happen metaphorically in the context of this story. In any case, so a lot of misfortunes will befall you, and generally without rhyme and reason. And I think one of the allures of novels is that things happen for a reason. It's a constructed reality or whatever. So as I'm rewriting this, and really I'm just giving myself a pep talk here, but as I'm rewriting this, so this was actually almost picked up by a publisher. It went to the second round, and I think Gray Reinhardt from Tor himself went through it and said, this shit is not ready for publication, and here's why. And most of his criticisms were, one, it's rambling and all the characters are lost, which is true. That's exactly how it was. And then two, characters are frequently saved by Deus Ex Machina, which was absolutely true in the previous rewrite. In fact, one of the characters is literally the pawn of a god in this story, and she's frequently saving his ass. But it doesn't make for a compelling narrative. So as we're doing this rewrite, and we're about to get to one of the big Deus Ex Machinas here, one, I'm trying to develop all the characters so that they have meaningful story arcs, so that their desires are clear and they're driving towards those goals, and that their relationships between each other are less rapey and more corrupty, right? Because there was another part of it. The sex scenes in this were just atrocious. They really were bad and remain bad, but I've cut out some of the more egregious ones in there. I swear, like, all the stuff that I was writing in my 30s, I was just like horn dogging it every moment of every day. Nothing has changed. But anyhow, so we're trying to do that. And I'm trying to fill in a lot more of the background. When I write a piece, I'm usually very focused on the characters and the action and what's happening. And the background is kind of like it's there, but I don't really put a lot of time into it. I might have like a paragraph of description, but it's mostly about the characters, the action, the crazy stuff that's going on. So the Rapasaurus is meant to be a story of a legendary dungeon. And as I'm rewriting, generally editing is where I put in a lot of my description and give people a sense of where they are and so forth. So during the rewrite, I'm trying to do that too. I would like this to be like a very real feeling interdimensional dungeon where people can get kind of lost in the story and just dream about some of the weird things that we construct and so forth. So it's a tall order. The ambitions are huge. And probably this at 900 pages, probably this could be broken into a trilogy or something like that. I don't like trilogies. I like it when I have a big slab of a book. You read it and that's it. You're done, right? I do not like books that go on for like 7 or 8 books and then the author just gets too fat to complete or gets lazy. Looking at you, you know who I'm talking about. Or the quality just drops precipitously, or it's just so hard to keep something going. I like things that are one and done. Even if they are not marketable, I don't give a shit. I'm not writing this to make money. I never have been, and I never will make any money. All right. But with that aside, I think that we can do it. All right. So these characters are Hadriate and Revel. So Hadriate is one of the mythological beings trapped within the Rapasaurus, where we need to develop a little bit more exactly what they are. I think I named them Seether in this rewrite. Previously, they were just devils. But I'm trying to make them like a little bit more of an interesting and nuanced race. I guess essentially they're constructed more out of metaphors than flesh and blood. And they are deeply tied into the magical system of this world. Ooh, that sounds so froofy just saying that. And then Rebel V. Ramos is... he would seem to be our protagonist. because he's in the first chapter there, but he's not the protagonist. He is a tragic figure in the story. Um, the protagonists are the people that he attacks and like the problems that he causes. His is meant to be a story of corruption denied. So essentially, he gets split off from the main party once they go into this, wanders around, cutting deals with devils, and his eyes have been replaced with the eyes of a demon. So now he is seeing the world in a tragic new way that is intensely painful, and yet still trying to find his way out of this inescapable dungeon. I gotta tell you, um, maybe I'm just getting old, but fantasy writing sounds so stupid if you're not deeply immersed in what's going on. There really is kind of like are we doing this? Um, I think it requires you to either be young, which when I was young, like I was so into this stuff. I just read volumes and volumes of it. I loved like the secondary world and imagining myself just waking up on I don't know Faerun or some crazy world that wasn't there. And so a lot of the time that's just fantasies of power for people. They imagine themselves in a context where everything is new, where the poor relationships that they've generated are no longer there, and they're free to start over in a new world with different rules where they have access to power, which they can't get. I think that is the core of why fantasy is attractive to young men and maybe young women. Although I can't speak for the latter. The core of it is a dynamic where it's a new world. Um, None of the old social conventions are there, and there's a new opportunity to succeed and gain power and influence. All right, that said, let's hop down to it. So I'm probably done talking for a little bit. This will just be me toiling in silence. I will occasionally glance up at the screen to see if there are chats or what have you, and I will try to respond if I see stuff. But ultimately, it's just one man's, I guess, grappling with his own mind, trying to create a giant fantasy epic. And I'm really writing this because there are not any books that I'm aware of that do this the way that I want. I'm always looking for them. Like I was trying to read Dungeon Crawler Carl recently, and I just couldn't get through the first chapter. It's too big an ask for me. What am I trying to read? I'm trying to read. And they're really making it fucking difficult for me. Aching God, which is, and then when you have the parentheses afterward, the name of the series, book one. God, what a daunting thing to like pick up a book. Um, and just like I couldn't get through the first chapter of that. I'm just like, Jesus, what are you doing? It should be said too that I'm a real snob about books. If somebody doesn't hook me within their first chapter or two, unless somebody has told me, "Hey, this is good," sit through it, I'm out for the most part. I have a lot of books that I want to read, and my brain is ossifying, so I'm less willing to give other people the time of day for their ideas and so forth. I'm so vainly focused on my own, and I'm sure that I'm missing out on a tremendous amount of good stuff like that. So, but it's just I don't know, part of getting old, to tell you the truth. I've already done all the stuff that I wanted to do for the most part. And so, although I will tell you, like during this rewrite, I have all these ideas for new stories that are just like on the periphery of the background. And in fact, when I'm not, if I strike out on Rapasaurus, we'll start writing on a book called Vasinane, which is more humorous than Rapasaurus. It's like the concept is meant to be like a um however 32 stories about Glenn Gould. How many? All right, hold on, let me see how many stories about Glenn Gould there were. I'm already getting distracted. What? Where you at? There we go. Yeah, okay. So it was 32 short films about Glenn Gould. So it's kind of set up in the way about that. I remember watching that movie, and it was, I swear it's 32 stories, but like 28 of them were just him complaining about how badly pianos were tuned. It's still interesting. It's weird to see like a concert pianist. All right, and I'm not gonna put on IRC clown. So if you want me, you have to type something in the chat. I do this every morning, by the way. I just talk to myself for 40 minutes, trying to like rev myself up into writing. I don't actually. All right. Book 3, Chapter 13, Hadrian and Revel, Vidapolis, and the Rift of Divisivis. Divisivis. All right. Rapasaurus, Rapasaurus, Rapasaurus. Hmm. I wonder if I could read stuff out while I'm writing it. It feels fucking silent here. Oh, why don't I just switch to listening to music? I'm dumb. Law. Mm. Right. Hopefully it doesn't come through on the microphone. La, da, 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 da. What am I going to listen to? There we go. Okay. So it dawns on me, like this is it's not particularly compelling to just see a dude sitting here. Why don't I just if I'm gonna do this, I'll get flagged off of Facebook, but nobody is actually watching here. Yeah, I can just turn on music on the other thing. Let me just do that. All right, cool.
Around the world, 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 around the world,
Arrêtez de vous reproduire.
That's too much. No, let me go crank this up. It's not loud enough. Better.
By a jumbo jet. It wasn't easy, but nothing is. No. When I feel heavy metal, and I feel that I need when I lie and I'm easy all of the time, but I'm never sure why I need you. Please I need you. I got my head down when I was young. It's not my problem. It's not my problem. When I feel heavy metal, and I feel that I need when I lie and I'm easy all of the time, but I'm never sure why I need you. Please I need you. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah.
What we're living in, let me tell ya. And it's a world that man can eat at all, when things are big that should be small. Who can tell what magic spells we'll be doing for us? And I'm giving up my love to this world, only to be told I can't see, I can't breathe, no, not where we'll be. And nothing's gonna change the way we live, 'cause we can always take but never give. And now the things are changing for the worse. See, wow, it's a crazy world we're living in, and I just can't see that half of us immersed in sin is how we
coming up, he's 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 coming up. It's there. It's there.
You've got to press it on you. You just think it, that's what you do.
swimming pool. The wind lets out a hopeless sigh. I wish I could fly. The stars begin to fall. Escape plans on your bedroom wall. Through your window in open sky. I wish I could fly. I'll take you to the moon, where the sun can shine through. We'll grow silver apples and golden pears. I know I'll see you there. I'll take you to the moon, where the sun can shine through. We'll grow silver apples and golden pears. I know I'll see you there.
Lord have mercy.
What? Oh, what's a Donkey Pounder 43? So I'm working on a rewrite of this story called Rapazor. I had to get up so I could actually see the chat because I didn't have the pane open. Yeah, I'm working on this rewrite. I will be probably doing this rewrite for the rest of the year. When I get bored of it, I'll pause to work on other stuff there. But yeah, we just edited, if you look on the YouTube for this channel, we just edited a short story, and now I have to, wait, who's pinging me on Discord? That was big. Oh, Topa's getting DDoSed. Fucking FNet. Anyhow, so we just edited a story called Three Wolf. Yeah, I wake up at like 4 in the morning because I have a sleep disorder, and I just try to get some writing done. The sleep disorder is being too fat, so I snore. Man, I gotta tell you, man, I've been thinking about that for a while as I'm walking around. FNet moment. Yeah, as I'm walking around and I'm trying not to be so fucking fat, I'm just looking at all the other people who are fat and just realizing that like each of us has lost the battle with food, right? Each of us like knows we shouldn't eat so much and we're just doing it anyway. Like I don't know if you've ever been to America, but if you walk around, there are a lot of fat ass people there. And just each of them was not strong enough to not put food in their mouth all the goddamn time. And I'm just like looking at that and I'm like, I'm one of those people that is not strong enough. And it's bothering me quite a bit there. Because you can see people with like severe, if you're just walking around Brooklyn, you can see people with like these severe health complications. They're like in motorized chairs. They're like walking with canes and so forth. And it's just, they're so wide, man. Like it should be the easiest thing in the world to just only eat the amount that you're supposed to. But even in some places in Canada, it's the same case. Yeah, man. And I think it's about the way that we think about it, right? Because this month I'm trying to eat like a little bit better. I'm not drinking and so forth. And this weekend I was just like, I gotta eat sugar, and like we were depressed, so we were like going out and eating at restaurants and stuff like that. I made a run to McDonald's, like a true Amerifat, and then at the end of it, I didn't feel any better. I felt substantially worse, and I'm like, why am I fucking doing this? I don't want to eat this way, be this way, and so forth. And there's just some force that's compelling us all to be these tremendous fat asses. So I'm trying to fight against it, but I don't know if I will succeed. All right. Anyhow, nice to chat with you there. I don't know if you're in FNet or who Donkey Pounder or whatever is there, but I'm going to get back to, I would like to write this chapter. If it seems like I am struggling, it's because I am. It's been a while since I've been writing. And when you're editing for a while, it's a different kind of thinking than writing. So I really have to just keep cranking the engine until it jump starts, and then I'll start to get some flow going. All right, but yeah, holler at me, and I will gaze at the chat from time to time. Thank you for tuning in. Boof.
upset in your desperation, screaming and hollering. How can this love become so paper thin? You're playing so hard to get. You're making me sweat just to hold your attention. I can't give you nothing more if you ain't giving nothing to me. Don't you know that you make me love you, baby, with a little love? Why does it have to be like this? I can never tell. Seems like you're stepping on the pieces of my broken shell. 'Cause you make me love you, with a little love, you know. That's the way you make me love you, yeah. Why does it have to be like this? I can never tell. You make me love you, baby, with a little love. Why does you make me love you? You make me love you. You make me love you with a little love. You make me love you. You make me love you. You make me love you with a little love. You make me love you with a little love. That's what you do. You make me love you with a little love. That's what you do. You make me love you, baby, with a little love. Makes me have to be like you. Let's make me love you. I can never tell. That's what you do. You make me love you, baby. That's what you do. Makes me have to be like you. Makes me love you, yeah. You make me love you with a little love. You make me love you, baby. You make me love you with a little love. That's what you do. You make me love you. You make me love you, yeah. You make me love you with a little love. I can never tell. That's what you do. You make me love you, baby. That's what you do. Makes me have to be like this. I can never tell. That's what you do. You make me love you, baby. That's what you do.
Work it, make it, do it, makes us harder, better, faster, stronger. More than power, never. Ever after work is over. Work it, make it, do it, makes us stronger. Work it harder, make it better, do it faster, makes us stronger. More than ever, hour after hour, work is never over. Work it harder, make it better, do it faster, makes us stronger. More than ever, hour after hour, work is never over. Work it harder, make it better, do it faster, makes us stronger. More than ever, hour after hour, work is never over. Work it harder, make it better, do it faster, makes us stronger. More than ever, hour after hour, work is never over. Work it harder, make it better, do it faster, makes us stronger. More than ever, hour after hour, work is never over. Work it harder, make it better, do it faster, makes us stronger. More than ever, hour after hour, work is never over. Work it harder, make it better, do it faster, makes us stronger. More than ever, hour after hour, work is never over. Never over. Work it, make it better, do it faster, makes it stronger. All that ever power. Work is never over. Work it, make it better, do it faster, makes it stronger. All that ever power. Work is never over. Work it, faster, makes it stronger. All that ever power. Work it never over. Work it harder, do it faster. Our work is never over. Work it harder, make it better, do it faster, makes us stronger. More than ever, hour after hour, work is never over.
Oh shit. Was it that time?
Talking away, I don't know what to say or say.
We're not editing here, but rather rewriting. So, yeah, this is just going to be going in the background. You can just watch me struggle for 1 year. It will take, my estimation is I would be very happy if I could finish this rewrite by the end of the year. And we're in May now. So, yeah, another 6 months of going through this. If you want to gander, we are at, the rewrite is at page 553 of 930. So, good luck.
But in the magical, there's a pretty one. I ask her where it goes, 'cause every day when I wonder if she knows that we're underwater. That's the way it goes in the city one day.
Move to the spot, I'm one of a few. A whole lot of everything but nothing to do. Till the inner test shedding a beer. Watch out from the coast, Paul Revere. We all play a part in the devil's cheer. Run to the hills, cause the end is near.
There's a pretty one, I ask her where it goes. 'Cause I really wanna wonder if she knows that we're underwater. That's the way it goes in the city under.
Yo, a desolate city where it hurts to smile. Ran into the reverend since it's been a while. I'm reigning in a rando, she's a social scandal. Give her such a handle when it's too much to bear. ABC boys ready to mayor like Sean, he's a writer, took on a dare. Now he's singing like a birdie, pulling on his hair. Trending on Twitter's what some of us live for. Friendships, zipping out, fucking revolving door. All of this a joke? Pauly Shore, bullshit keeps coming, maybe I'm a matador. What are we living for? Are we all losing our minds? Because life got in the way. They will be here just in time. Your replacement is here to stay.
Near go, force go. Everything will disappear. Someone's out here. Travel fighting
transported so I can teleport you all around my heavenly body. Oh, this could be a close encounter. I should take him not to flounder. Sends me in a hyperspace when I see her pretty face. She's just a cosmic girl from another galaxy. My heart's in zero gravity. She's from a cosmic world, giving me an ecstasy, transmitting on my frequency. She's cosmic. When I see her pretty face, sends me in a hyperspace. When I see her pretty face, sends me in a hyperspace. When I see her pretty face, sends me in a hyperspace. When I see her pretty face, sends me in a hyperspace. When I see her pretty face, sends me in a hyperspace. When I see her pretty face, sends me in a hyperspace. When I see her pretty face, sends me in a hyperspace. When I see her pretty face, she's just a cosmic girl from another galaxy, transmitting on her frequency. Yeah, cosmic. Oh, can't you be my cosmic woman? I need you, I want you to be my cosmic girl for the rest of time. Oh, I'm losing my mind on that cosmic girl, yeah. She got me.
Someone said we lived together.
What a big tulpa. I'm just chilling.
Together, she was holding hands with Trevor. Not the greatest feeling ever. Said put yourself together. You should try your luck with Heather. When I thought they slept together, all the less I know the better.
No, Lord. Fucking Tame Impala coming on my stream. Yeah, Topo, what happened? Were you fighting with anybody, or was it just like random DDoS for no reason? I swear, like, the more I learn about these packet pussies, the more I start to think that they might be like scared cowards because they never. Oh, you were running your mouth? Wait, who did you run your mouth at? Ugh. It is kind of like some pussy shit, where I tell you later on IRC. Oh Lord, I want to know about. So for people tuning in who are not familiar with the dynamics of internet relay chat, so it's not like fucking Twitch or Discord or whatever where they make attempts to obfuscate your IP. Every computer has an IP address, basically, like an address that leads back to your router generally, and then you have like a local network that'll have like your computer on it. So if you connect to IRC and don't use like some kind of BNC or ZNC or bouncer or IRC clown or whatever, people can see the IP address of your router. And so if you say something that makes these nerds upset, they will summon up a bunch of different computers, right, that they have compromised or that they have access to at their dead-end job where they do tech support. And then they will just have all those computers send messages to your router simultaneously. This is called a DDoS, and distributed denial of service. So they just send packets to your computer so that it knocks you offline. And then afterward, they're like, you can't chat. It is the weakest flex that I can imagine, right? And then sometimes they'll try to take your nickname on IRC, like, yeah, now I got your nickname. What are you gonna do? I call these people packet pussies, and I have no respect for them. Although I do have a lot of respect for vaginas in general, having, like owing everything to one, and them being the focus of much of my life. But yeah, it's just coward style, right? And it's never like a direct in your face, like, yeah, I'm gonna fucking toss you. They always are, because it's illegal, right? And so they can't come out and say, yeah, I did this shit. It is, it's one of the weaker things about our culture is that a lot of what we do is at the mercy of children, right? Because it's not grown people who are doing this for the most part. It is people who are physically or emotionally children, and they just spurg out and do this shit, right? And it's not an equal playing field because somebody who works for a living, we don't have time to care about all this Linux computer nonsense, right? I don't need a fucking Chinese botnet. Although if I had one, I could spam the ever-living shit out of Reddit with copies of my science fiction novel. Anyhow, it's just this is the field in which these people can feel powerful. And in the same way, like I can feel powerful when I'm like writing a story or performing a show, right? I can, I get to make some decisions. I have some autonomy here that I might not have in other parts of my life. Like I don't get to decide when the UPS guy is coming with my package today. I have to wait here all goddamn day for him. I can't just snap my fingers and make him appear and get my new effects pedal. It's a Chase Bliss mood too, coming today. I'm excited. Anyhow, so that's just one of the kind of interesting facets of FNet. And I find like this is applicable to a lot of different things. When you see people doing stupid shit, often it's and I wonder if it's just like part of getting older is just seeing everything as dynamics of power, and it's probably a mistake to think like this. But anyhow, neither here nor there nor anywhere. Sorry that you got DDoSed, and I will vocally say that whoever was doing it is just like a coward, right? In my channel, which is in my channel, essentially we have no respect for these people, and when they do this kind of shit, they're called out for the most part, unless it's really fun. There are a few instances where somebody will melt somebody's modem, and it is funny. Usually somebody who's just like a bot spamming us or whatever, or somebody who is not part of the social circle at all. But in general, like we treat these people with contempt. We call them packet pussies, as we say. And like when people in my channel are fighting with each other, I encourage them to attack each other using ASCII images, which is where you can draw like a hilarious picture of your opponent using ASCII character codes, or to like write a song about the person that they don't like and fucking diss them. Like, let's get some art happening here, because there's nothing more boring than two grown men bickering at each other like some hoes, right? It's not supposed to be how we are. I really want my shit to be focused on people talking about the crazy shit in their lives and like having a good time and goofing off and so forth. And the people that just can't stop fighting, that are like on an ego trip, like, I'm so good, nobody fucks with me and so forth. Like, fucking get out of here, like, who cares? It's just, like, it's words on a fucking screen. Just like, this is words on a screen. All right. Anyhow, let me not get too distracted, and let's not listen to any more. Oh shit! We have to deal with this too. It's the gay disco hour.
I fly like paper, get high like planes. If you catch me at the border, I go visas.
No, what is this bullshit? All right, that's a little better. How do I send bits to you on Twitch? I don't think this account is a partner to where it can get bits and boops and so forth. This is hooked into Streamlabs. So I think streamlabs.com/Zak Zyz is there. But also you can just like save it for the regular show, where like people are watching and it appears on the screen and so forth. And you don't have to send me dough all the time if you don't want to. But although I will always take money. You know, I ain't proud. But yeah, also, if that person continues to fucking DDoS you all the time, and it's like a problem for you or whatever, often I can talk to these because I occupy like a blog father position on FNet. Sometimes I can talk to these people and be like, hey, fucking cut it out, asshole. Like, what are you doing? It's nonsense. But no, I think you should be allowed to run off your fucking mouth if you feel like it. And I don't have any respect for the people who their feelings get hurt online and they're like, oh, I'm gonna attack this guy. You're getting DDoS, you know. Like, we have a bunch of good songs about it. My favorite is IRC is Serious by Vapor. Anyhow, how long have I been doing this for? 6:32. When did I start doing this? 5:52 is when I see it. All right, so I gotta keep going. All right, snap back to reality.
When I met you, you were so unique. You had a little thing I'd love to keep. And every movement carried much mystique. I knew right then I'd carry on. To you I knew my heart belongs. To know you give me something, something that nobody else can give. And my heart started thumping. You know now you're the one I truly know I dig. Like the sunbeams from a perfect summer day. Heaven only seems a step away. When I'm with you, I just celebrate. I'm hoping my message gets through. There's never been someone like you. I had nobody but on you I lean. 'Cause you got these little things that I know I've never seen. You know now you give me something, something that nobody else has got. And this love that I've been wanting, oh baby, it's turning out to be too fast to stop. You know now, ooh, you give me something, something that nobody else can give. See my heart and started thumping. You know, babe, you're the one I truly know I dig. Will you give me something? Ooh, 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 will you give me something? You give me something that nobody else can give. Will you give me something? You give me something that nobody else can give. Will you give me something? 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 Will you give me
All right, cool. Let me see. I think that's about all the mana that I have for one day. What am I trying to do here? So we took out kind of the seductive theme there, which I might... Originally, these characters were just boning in every chapter. And I've taken most of that out. But I do want her to be seducing and corrupting, or at least attempting to corrupt Rebel. Because there is a thread about him becoming a monster that is developing too slowly at this point. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we've spent a lot of time establishing the city of Vetopolis, and also probably about 3 or 4 more pages can be in this chapter. So I'm going to think about this. They're moving towards an encounter with a being called Divisivus, who has a brother later in the story called Marabarus. So I could start developing those two a little bit there. Yeah, I'll think about this for tomorrow. It's too short to really end here. But yeah, what I'm doing right now is trying to bridge together a lot of chapters where there wasn't like a lot of plot development. And critically here, we're building up more of the Seether, which is Nihilacome is in the chapter before. It's a big old squid. Also in Master Arcanist, Hadrate is going to get a lot more plot development here and goal development and so forth. And I just want the whole thing to be more demon haunted. All right, so I'm going to pause there. We've done some work there. I do want to build into more strength where I'm putting like a solid 2 or 3 hours. But I think I started at like 4:30 this morning, and it's that's about a couple hours that we got going on there. Maybe less. But yeah, I'll just be doing this every day, so you can watch me squirm as I try to get the point where I was fucking. Oh, here we can close also the Three Wolf live edit. We are done with Three Wolf. Nice. Yeah, you can just literally watch me suffer every single day here because I'm gonna keep at this until it's done. You know what I'm saying? Shit, I want this book finished. All right, thank you everybody, and have a good day.